Welcome to Get It Right, everybody. I'm T. Get It Right is the name of my body contouring studio and business. I am a woman entrepreneur, and I'm so glad you're here today. This is part 3 of a 6-part body contouring series, and we've been talking about cavitation, and there are a few things more that I would like to say about cavitation, but I decided today to break things up and let's talk about the dreaded before and after photos. Very important. It can make or break your success rate when it comes to bringing clients in, and they absolutely do matter. That is the proof of success. That is the proof that what we're doing is working. It is a confirmation for yourself and your client that what you're doing is working. The main thing I wanted to hit on today when it comes to before and afters are the fact that you're not always going to have a blow your mind back photo. It's just not going to happen like that. But you will see inches coming off with measuring. That's why it's so important to measure your client each and every session before and after. I have found in my practices that I get the best before and after photo somewhere around session 3 or 4. Sometimes 3, sometimes 4. Yes, I do have those instances where a client comes in, we take a photo, we take an after, and there is a difference that you can see in photo, but the major differences are coming in for me around sessions 3 and 4. And I want to talk to you guys about how to get that shot. So let's do it. Place an X. This way your client is always in the same spot every single time you take a photo. And if you're finding value in this video, go ahead and hit the like for me and subscribe for more content such as this. And this is important. And I don't think it is, people just don't realize it because I didn't realize it when I first started. The lighting, you guys, let me show you something. The lights are obviously on, okay? Now, sometimes because I want a serene, calm, depending on what I'm doing, atmosphere, I will turn the lights off. Let me show you what happens when I turn off the lights. You catch where I'm going with this? Lighting is important. It causes different shadows and different areas to look different or shaded. Lights on or off every single time you take a photo. 2, again, lighting. Blinds are closed. Even just that one little move of my camera made a difference in my complexion. You see what I'm saying? Blinds closed, blinds open. This can cause shadow in your figure. Open, close. My recommendation that you try to keep your room the same every single session, especially if you're going to be taking before and after pictures. It absolutely matters. So I wanted to mention that photos are great. We all want that shot of snatchedness before and after, but sometimes pictures just don't come across and equate inches lost. So I recommend that you take a measurement of your client every single session before and after. This way you're able to track exactly what is happening within the client's body, and you can share the successes with your client, because if you keep showing them photos and they're not seeing any differences, they may lose faith in what you guys are doing. Inch loss equals smaller waist, smaller area, more room in the pants. It's not necessarily always reflected in photos, even though you can do your best to take the best photos. You can do this same way every single time. Inches matter, okay? And I am so sorry, you guys, I do not have a model today. So I'm just gonna show you guys how I take my measurements. Now this is different. I know there's a lot of charts out there, but this is what works for me here at Get It Right. I always have the one on the end, and if I am measuring my client, I am going around their bust area first, just under that bra, okay, so that I get a true reflection. I'm not picking up bulk from the bra. That way, if they come in another day with a bra that doesn't have wire, like, my measurements are true. So I'm just gonna really hold it taut. And the measurement that you get right here, where your tape measure starts at the 1 and ends right there at the 36, that is your true measurement. And my next measurement is always right above the belly button. So the bottom of my tape measure is at the top of the belly button, okay? And this is my measurement here. Abdomen, my last measurement is going to be just below the belly button. That's how I keep it consistent every single time. So the top of my tape measure is going to sit at the bottom of the belly button. So it's around the bust, the top of the belly button, and the bottom of the belly button. That is how I get the same exact place. I hit the same exact place on my clients every single time. If you're doing an arm or a waist, obviously that's going to be different, because the waist is right here in between the bottom of the bust and the hip. The waist is like right here. So that's going to be different. And sometimes I'll measure a waist. If I have someone who's like, oh, my bra rolls, or we're working strictly on tightening this area, even though I do the process 360, I will measure in here. Because if they're like, oh, I want to define my waist, I will measure the waist. An arm, usually I'll do right at the shoulder blade where the bottom of the armpit meets the body. I'll do right there. I'll do right in the middle at this muscle right here, and then I'll do right above the elbow, and I cannot show that on myself. I'm not even gonna try. And when it comes to the legs or thighs, I'll do right where the leg meets the pelvic area, and then I'll do the middle of the thigh and right above the knee. Lastly, I'm gonna go ahead and link this handy dandy tape measure in the description, so you can literally, because what I end up doing a lot when I don't have this handy is being like asking my client to hold it, and I'm like, oh, can you hold this right there for me, like, you know what I mean? So you can literally put this around your client. There's a button here that tightens. Got your measurement, boom, you can go write it down. You can take a picture. Your hands free. So this is really, really handy. I love this so much. I think it was like less than $5 on Amazon, and the link is in the description. Lastly, and certainly not leastly, because this is a 6-part series, if you have a client who is willing to dress or undress, I highly recommend bra and underwear set. That way you're not getting the bulk from the bra and the wire. One day they come in with a sports bra, one day they come in with the wire bra, and that could throw off their measurements. I recommend that they take off their shirt, they take off their pants. If they put these on, these are really thin, wear them and throw them away. They put these on, your measurements are guaranteed to be accurate, very, very accurate, because sometimes they're wearing a bulkier shirt than normal. And I understand that everybody doesn't want to get undressed, and I do understand that. So for my ladies or gentlemen who do not want to get undressed, I'll do it because I know how it needs to be. I'll have them tuck, or I will tuck their shirt into their bra. Okay, if it's a man, you flip it up. That way you get a good, no shirts hanging down, no shirt is in the way. I have them move their hair to the front depending on what we're doing, what we're measuring, that there's no bulk. You understand what I'm saying? And I don't want to show y'all all my good parts. So that is how I do that. We'll flip this down like that. Okay, that is how I do that. Ladies and gentlemen who absolutely refuse to take off their clothes. I hope that this helps. Again, this is part 3 in a 6-part series of all things cavitation. I do believe our next video will be doing some demonstrations of cavitation. I hope that you enjoyed. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. If you're getting value from this video thus far, or if you got value at all, please hit the like. It goes a long way. And let me know what you think about this series so far. Links to everything we discussed and talked about in this video will be, again, in the description. Get it right.